Yeah, welcome back to another drag race on GTNZ. And man, this race was mean. Obviously, I know how the race goes and what the outcome is, but leave a comment as to what you think might happen during this race. But today, what we're talking about here is the Ford GT versus the McLaren. But when you look at this Ford GT, it looks mint. Its aero cuts through everything it drives through. And man, this is just one fast car. Obviously, the car it's versing isn't slow either. But man, just got to tell you, this race was awesome. So, 646 horsepower, apparently, straight out of the factory. But when you compare it to this McLaren, and it says that it has 641, there's basically nothing in it. You could just say, well, they're both even. So they're evenly matched as far as horsepower goes. But there are some subtle differences in the two cars, and it'll probably play a big part in this race to come. But looking at this McLaren, yeah, it looks cool too. And man, this race, it was just one of the better ones I've done. So, like I said before, tell me your thoughts as to how it's going to go. We've got the quarter mile, we've got the rolling start, and we even got looks. Both of these cars look sick, but which one would you want to be seen driving in? So, yeah, all these comments you can leave below. But I've got to tell you, this race was just mean. Even staring at them side by side here, yeah, we're in for a good one. So, let's do what we always do and get these two cars down to the track. See how they go. Let's do this. Yeah, straight into it. Man, that was a good race. We got up to some high speeds in that stretch, and the GT wasn't able to keep up with that McLaren in the beginning, well, during that section, but the race isn't over, so let's do this rolling start and see if things can change. Man, that was intense. I don't even know what speed we're going to be rolling at. It's probably fast, but let's do this. Oh man, it's on. Whew. And there you have it. Race done. It ended up in smoke, really, because those two cars ran out of track. For all purposes, that McLaren was able to beat it off the line, over the quarter mile, over the mile, well, everything in between. But if given enough length, that Ford GT will pass it. It was only at the 10-kilometre mark that it got it by like a car length max before both those cars had to hit the anchors because the track was over and it came up to that bend. But man, you just couldn't tell who had it for a while. And that seventh gear on the Ford GT is what gave it that little bit of an edge. But the gearing in that McLaren was spot on too. It only had 6 gears, but it was good enough. I'll keep the drags coming. Later, Bolt.